We saw science reading really as a game changer at Walsh University, and we work to really help students learn how to teach reading, because reading is a huge importance in the development of every child. And so we want to make sure that we're at the forefront with innovation and things to really get them ready for teaching those children so they can make an impact in those kids' lives. And so that was a big part of really embracing science of reading.
Yeah, science of reading is just basically the new way we can teach, it's the new way children learn to read.
It is just that. It is the science and the brain research behind how a brain learns to read.
We talk a lot about the science of reading in education classes at Walsh. So we talk a lot about the 5 components of literacy. And so that's like phonemic awareness, phonics, fluency, comprehension, and vocabulary. And so we talk a lot about those different components, and that's what we teach students.
We worked on the initial phonemes of the word and the final phoneme. So it's basically, if you have the word cat, the initial or first sound or phoneme is k. So we focus on that, and the final sound in cat is t. So we're focusing on the first and last sounds you hear in words.
We're 100% aligned with science of reading in our undergraduate and our graduate programs at Walsh. And right now there's new literacy standards coming out that are 100% aligned with the science of reading, which all universities in the state will have to update their curriculum to prepare future teachers that align to this type of teaching.
One of our past faculty members, Dr. David Brobeck, who was really instrumental in getting things going with science of reading here at Walsh University, gave testimony about the need for science of reading, and really reached out and mentioned Walsh, and Walsh is a leader in the science of reading and the changes that are occurring in the state level.
I'm here today to share how my discovery of the P20 Literacy Collaborative in 2019 helped transition Walsh University to a fully integrated science of reading institution and set in motion a statewide impact that continues to grow even as I speak.
Yes, this is our 3rd year with Walsh. When Dr. Walsh reached out and asked and explained the program, we were all in. Our growth has been amazing. Prior to this, it would not have been unusual for us to have maybe a 1/3 of the class reading by the end of kindergarten. Now, through this science of reading, we have kindergartners, almost half the class, a little bit more at times depending on the class of students, that are reading by February.
We spent 7 weeks here at Watson working with the students. So the first week, we kind of just did get to know you activities, kind of gauge where they were at their reading level. And then from there, we looked at their data and the different areas that they were tested on and kind of where they were struggling. And then from there, we planned our lessons. So if they were struggling with comprehension, we would work on comprehension for a couple weeks and just kind of focus different lessons on that.
So we've been very fortunate to have this relationship. It's benefited everybody.
So yeah, Walsh is definitely ahead. We were one of the first in the state to completely align all of our curriculum to science of reading. And I feel like that's really put us ahead for our students also. We're using documents like the Ohio Dyslexia Guidebook and Ohio's Plan to Raise Literacy. We're using that in our courses. So we're looking at state level material and talking about the importance of these laws and where the state's moving to prepare our students for their future careers.
We've addressed each of the pieces of that, of the standards that are required for the science of reading, so that our students have that information, are being taught that, are using it in the classrooms, working with real kids, and practicing that and getting assistance from our faculty, and our faculty are all trained in the science of reading, went through different trainings, letters training, so that they are prepared to really offer the right information for our students to teach their future students.